Okay guys, here we go. We got a different type of video today. It's the wife's Grand Caravan. She just got it towed last night. Got it towed home. She was coming out of work and it wouldn't start for her. It's been an intermittent issue. I changed the fuse box underneath the hood by the battery, and it seemed it started up. It seemed to everything was fine. It seemed all right, and then it's been an intermittent issue. And what would happen is the battery cables would get loose, and then you just wiggle the positive battery cable and then start again. So trying to configure this issue, see if it'll start. So it wants to start. You hear it jump. Well, it's definitely the cables. Turn it over and the radio doesn't work. It's definitely the cables. Okay, so what I think is it's right in here. It's right in here. This looks like it's corroded to me. This one is taped. I don't know how that one's taped. Let's try it now. There it goes. Huh. It's got a belt squeak. So this van has higher Ks on it. In my area, the car prices are very ridiculous. I just seen same year, same vehicle online last night. This is a 2012, and when we got it, it had around 340,000 kilometers, and we got it at a pretty decent deal. Nothing. Well, I seen one last night. Same thing. 350,000 Ks. When we got this, the interior, everything was immaculate. It was a company vehicle, and it was spent a lot of time on the highway with the employees using it to travel from office to office across town. And yeah, it was in immaculate shape. It's the wife's vehicle now, so I mean, I wish she would clean it a lot better. She has 3 jobs. She has hard enough time finding time to stay home. But yeah, this is her vehicle. She beats on this car. I'm usually doing all the maintenance, so it's running. Runs good. It's got a weird noise. I'm still trying to. I gotta figure this out. The noise, anyway, it is. Might be an alternator. Fully a bearing. Not 100% sure, but starts now. I think it's these cable ends like this. This is weird. It always happens when you wiggle the cables and it fires up. So I don't know. I'm gonna look at it and probably change these ends out. I think I'm gonna cut these. I gotta do something because she had to get it towed home last night. That's definitely not gonna cut it. Alright, I'm gonna change these out and I'm gonna see come back with the update on the part of the video. Okay. Turned out it wasn't the battery terminal, but I put a new terminal on anyways. Just fix that up. Put a new terminal on. I had this one around. So that's on. I put that on and I tried it again. And same thing. Nothing happened. It always seemed like it wanted to jump. Almost like the battery terminals were loose. But it just didn't do anything. So I was looking at it. And what happened was, it turned out to be something else. It's this. Okay. What happened was, I went to go turn it on and it wouldn't go. So what I did was, the key was there, it was in a regular position. I just started shaking the key around and boom, it went. So I don't know what that issue is. So this right here, after I moved the key around and then tried it again, it worked fine. It started fired up every time. All right. So what I did was I got the, I'm gonna clean this. Okay. Gonna clean all this out. So that was the next. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So I'll come back. All right, here it is. There's the ignition. Some dust and everything in there. What I used. Where is it? Use some of this. Electrical contact clean. This is it. Had to clean it all out. There was some stuff that came out. I put a little grease on the gear there. I never hit any wires or put any grease around there, but this is it. Entire board cleaned out all underneath. Those contacts. All right. Just about to put it back together and see how it works now. This was the problem. What was happening was it wouldn't start. And so I just started jiggling the key around a little bit and started firing up. And it was firing up. Fired up every time after that. And so I thought it was the cable. I thought it was the terminal. Changed the terminal. I put a new ground terminal on it. And it didn't make much of a difference because it still never started. It wasn't until I jiggled the key around and that's what made it fire up. All right. So just about to get this back together and get it in the car. Just those two screws. All right. Later. Okay. So we got this back in the bracket. As you can see, this is how it goes in. And I know it has a bolt hole up top. And it actually looks like, it almost looks like this was removed before. This bracket was removed before. And it almost seems like this whole thing was changed before. Because there was not a bolt in this top end, which is up here by the speedometer, which is very difficult to get at. Okay, so thankfully there was only 2 on the bottom. All right, so you can get this out. This goes in like this underneath the dash. Okay, you pull this back, okay, pull that back, and there's just enough room to slide the part back. Okay, I don't have any help right now. I gotta do this. Is a 2-person job. Okay, so I'm gonna get that back in. I cleaned it all. I'm gonna try this out, see what happens. Oh man, I got it back in there. This is difficult, okay? And you have to be careful you don't crack your dash. This thing gets all bent up. You gotta take these screws out. Make sure you don't miss these screws here. Okay? There's a few down here. There's some screws here. Okay? Make sure you don't miss those because you can crack this, okay? Alright, so I got that back in. You have to be careful on how you put those switches back in there. Alright? You have to be careful of that because it's a little bit difficult to get them in. But you can hear the snap. Just make sure you hear them snap when they go on. Okay? So I'm gonna put this back together now and I'm gonna try it first time on camera, okay? Okay, here we go. Got everything put back in place. Got the ignition put back in. Alright. Everything's back. Okay. I'm gonna try this out. Now before it wouldn't when you turn the key to start the vehicle, nothing would happen. I thought it was the battery terminals. I replaced one battery terminal, the ground, and it looks better. Looks a lot better than the old one. I got rid of the old one. Yeah, and it wouldn't do nothing, so I replaced that. I got in the vehicle to try and start it, and it wouldn't start. I jiggled the key. What happened was I went to start it, and it felt like it got locked. So like it got stuck in the start position. So I just let it go, and I jiggled the key a little bit because I seen somewhere on the internet about people having to jiggle their keys on these vehicles, on these Dodges. And I tried it, and sure enough, it fired up. So I cleaned out the module. All right. Put the dash all back together now. And we're going to try it. Okay. Everything's hooked up. All right. I let this module dry for a while. Okay. So let's see. Everything comes on. That's good. Works great. Fires up smoothly. Actually a lot better than it did before. Before you would go to start it and be nothing. There'd be nothing, and then it would almost like you would hesitate, and then it would start. Sometimes it wouldn't even start. So here we go, guys. Try and clean that out. Just clean it very good. I use electrical contact cleaner. Okay. Look at that. So it seems fine. Okay. If there's any kind of difference, like I says, I priced out the module, and you wouldn't believe it. Right now is February 16th today, and they told me that they could not get a key module for the car to run, for the vehicle to run. They told me that they could not get a key module because it is on extreme back order, and I wouldn't see a key module. I wouldn't see one of these modules, believe this, until the end of March, maybe April. Maybe April. We're in the middle of February right now. So this is what we did. This is what we try. Right here at Res Car Guy. See you later.